Hello, my name is Philippa and I am the understudy. Today we are doing some practice exercises or a little quiz. This is Key Relationships from Barron's AP Music Theory 3rd edition. So I will ask you a question, you will be given 5 seconds to think, and then the answer will be revealed with an explanation. So grab something to write down your answers and any notes that you want to make. And if you need more time throughout, I highly encourage you to pause the video or go back and listen to it multiple times. Let's jump right into it. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Question 1. Which two keys are evident in this excerpt? Is it F major and D minor, F major and C major and C minor, or C major and A minor? Correct answer is B. The first phrase is in F major. The second phrase begins in F. Note that the melody in measure 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are exactly the same and modulates to C major. Question 2. Phrase 1 ends with what type of cadence? Is it A, perfect authentic, B, imperfect authentic, C, plagal, C, half, or D, plagal? Correct answer is B. Phrase 1 ends with an imperfect authentic cadence dominant to tonic with mi in the soprano of the tonic chord. Question 3. This excerpt is an example of A, a parallel period, B, a modulating parallel period, C, a modulating contrasting period, or D, a perfect period. Correct answer is B. This excerpt is an example of a parallel period that modulates in phrase 2. The melody of each phrase is the same and the phrases have an antecedent-consequent relationship. Question 4. The circle chord on beat 1 of measure 6 functions as all of the following except A, a D minor triad in root position, B, the submediant in F major and the supertonic in C major, C, the common chord pivot in the modulation to C major, and or D, an F major triad in second inversion. Correct answer, or the only non-correct answer, is D. The circled chord is a D minor chord in root position that functions as the common chord pivot between F, the submediant, and C, supertonic. Question 5. The A in the melody in measure 6 is best described as A, an accented upper neighbor, B, an incomplete neighbor, C, a 7/6 suspension, or D, the fifth of a D minor chord. Correct answer is C, a 7/6 suspension. The A on beat 3 is a 7/6 suspension over the B natural in the bass. A 7/6 suspension always occurs over a chord in first inversion. How do you know? Remember that all Arabic numbers, in this case 7 to 6, mean interval. Therefore, the number 6 refers to the interval of a sixth above the bass or first inversion. Now we have a new excerpt here to look at. Question 6. The cadence at the end of the first phrase, measure 4, is A, imperfect authentic, B, perfect authentic, C, plagal, or D, deceptive. Correct answer is A. The first phrase ends with an imperfect authentic cadence of a supertonic 7th chord, a 7th dominant in second inversion, to a tonic. Question 7. The second phrase, measures 4 to 8, is a direct modulation to the key of the A, relative minor, B, parallel minor, C, dominant, or D, subdominant. Correct answer is C. The second phrase begins on a C major chord in first inversion, which functions in both F major as the dominant and C major as the tonic. The B natural first appears on beat 1 in measure 5 and continues consistently throughout this phrase. The second phrase modulates to C major, which is the dominant in our original key of F major. Question 8. The second phrase ends with a progression A, B, C, or D. Correct answer is C. Because the excerpt modulates to C major, the cadence is a perfect authentic and the progression is a supertonic 7th first inversion to a 7th dominant to a tonic. Question 9. The third phrase, measures 8 to 12, include all of the following except A, ending on a half cadence in F major, B, several uses of suspensions, C, ending on an imperfect authentic cadence in C major, or D, a secondary dominant. Correct answer is C. The third phrase does not end with an authentic cadence in C major. It does contain several suspensions, a secondary dominant with an E flat, and a half cadence in F major. Question 10. The first two phrases, measure 1 and 4 and 4 and 8, create what phrase structure? A, a parallel period, B, a repeated period, C, a modulating contrasting period, or D, a double period. Correct answer is C. The melodic structure consists of two contrasting periods. In addition, the first two phrases modulate. Phrase 1 ends with an imperfect authentic cadence in F major, and phrase 2 ends with a perfect authentic cadence in C major. These two phrases have an antecedent-consequent relationship, but the melodies are different contrasting. Question 11. Measures 1 and 8 are an example of a parallel period because A, the melodies of each phrase begin the same, B, there is an antecedent-consequent relationship between the phrases, C, the first phrase ends with a half cadence and the second phrase with a perfect authentic cadence, or D, all of the above. Correct answer is D. Although you will rarely, if ever, see all of the above as an answer on an AP exam, it is important to note what elements constitute a parallel period. The melodies of each phrase begin the same, and there is an antecedent-consequent relationship between the phrases characterized by a weaker cadence at the end of the antecedent and a stronger cadence at the end of the consequent. Question 12. The modulation at measure 17 is to the A, relative major, B, relative minor, C, parallel minor, or D, parallel major. Correct answer is D. The modulation that measures 17 is to the parallel major. The excerpt begins in B flat minor based on the key signature and the use of the A natural functioning as the leading tone in the harmonic form. As structure 17, the key signature is reduced by 3 flats and modulates to B flat major, the parallel major. Question 13. Listesso tempo means A, slightly less tempo, B, more lively, C, the length of the beat remains the same, or D, with increasing tempo. The answer is C. Listesso tempo means the beat remains the same. This marking is used to indicate a change in meter, but the tempo of the beat stays the same. Question 14. The meter change at measure 17 is from A, duple simple to triple simple, B, quadruple simple to duple triple, C, C. Duple simple to duple compound. D. Triple simple to triple compound. Correct answer is C. The meter changes at 17 from duple simple to duple compound. Both sections have 2 beats per measure, duple. But in the opening section, the beat divides into 2 parts, simple. And the second section, the beat divides into 3 equal parts, compound. Question 15. The melody in measure 17 to 24 includes all of the following except A. Upper neighbor tone grace notes, B. Tonic and dominant arpeggiated chords, C. A partial major scale pattern in B flat, or D. Trills. Correct answer is D. Measures 17 to 24 include all of the following except trills. The melody alternates from a B flat major to an F major arpeggio for the first 6 measures, ending with an almost complete B flat major scale. Grace notes also occur in the first 6 measures and are actually upper neighbor tones between the 2 identical notes. Question 16. The key that would not closely be related to the key of E major is C sharp minor, G sharp minor, B major, or B minor. Correct answer is B minor. B minor is not closely related to E major. The keys closely related to E are A, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and B. And that's it. Great work. Post all how you did in the comments. Hopefully you kept track of how many points you got, all of them. Yeah, tell me how you did, and I will answer all of your questions. So thank you so much for watching, and go on to the next video, or go back to a previous one, or do whatever you want to do. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.